Hello, my dear students. I hope that you're doing fine. I'm Miss Zainab Surur, and in this part of the video, we'll review the present simple and the present continuous tense. Also, we'll answer some of the exercises covering them. So let's get started. The present simple tense. We use the present simple tense with regular habits. For example, she plays tennis every Tuesday. Another example, I visit my grandparents on Fridays. Did you notice, my lovely students, every in the first example and on Fridays in the second one? These are keywords that we usually use with the present simple tense. So let's remember some of these keywords. We can also use twice a month, on Fridays, always, usually, sometimes, often, never, and every. The second use is for pieces of information which are always true. For example, 2 and 2 make 4. Can you think of any other fact or any piece of information which is always true? Give it a try. That's correct. The sun rises in the east. The third use is for permanent situations. For example, I live in London, or he works in a bank. Finally, for short actions now. For example, he takes the ball and scores a goal. To form a sentence in the present simple tense, we add s or es to the verb. If using the third person, that means with he, she, or it, we add s or es to the verb. For example, he always wakes up early. He always wakes up early. Don't or doesn't. We use don't or doesn't to make a negative sentence in the simple present tense. We start with the subject plus don't or doesn't plus the verb in the infinitive form. Of course, we know that with I, you, we, and they, we use don't, and with he, she, and it, we use doesn't. For example, you speak English. To transfer this affirmative sentence into negative, we say, you don't speak English. Another example, he speaks English. To transfer this affirmative sentence into negative, we say, he doesn't speak English. Please remember that third-person verbs lose the final s in negative sentences. Questions with do or does. We use do or does to make a question in the simple present tense. We start with the auxiliary verb, do or does, plus the subject, plus the verb in the infinitive form, and of course don't forget the question mark. For example, you speak English. To form a question, we say, do you speak English? Another example, he speaks English. To form a question, we say, does he speak English? Don't forget that third-person verbs lose the final s in questions. Now it's time to answer exercise A. Complete the text. Use the present simple. Before answering this exercise, you have to pause the video, read the text carefully, and then you can answer along with me. Are you ready? Here we go. Hi Pierre, I'm William, your new pen friend. I'm 13 years old and I space in London, England. I, excellent, live in London, England. My favorite sport is cricket. I space cricket every day after school with my best friend Tommy. I, super, play cricket every day after school with my best friend Tommy. We are both on our cricket team. We space many games. Pay attention, you have to form a negative sentence. Excellent. We don't win many games, but we still space lots of fun. We still, excellent, have lots of fun. I've got an older sister. Her name is Maddie. She space cricket. Again, pay attention. It has to be a negative sentence. That's correct. She doesn't like cricket, but she space to watch our games sometimes. She comes to watch our games sometimes. What about you? In this sentence, you have to form a question. Super! Do you play any sports? Write back soon, William. Exercise B. Complete the sentences using don't or doesn't where necessary. We're going to answer from number 1 till 5, but pay attention. Some of these questions or some of these sentences are correct, so it's not necessary that we use don't or doesn't with them, so you have to read the questions very carefully. Number 1. Potatoes grow on trees. Do potatoes grow on trees? No, they don't. So we say potatoes don't grow on trees. Polar bears live in Africa. Do polar bears live in Africa? No, they don't. So polar bears don't live in Africa. Yogurt come from milk. Does yogurt come from milk? Yes, it does. So we say yogurt comes from milk. Water boil at 0 Celsius. Does water boil at 0 Celsius? No, it doesn't. So we say water doesn't boil at 0 Celsius. Number 5. Rain fall from clouds. Does rain fall from clouds? Excellent. This is a correct sentence, so we say rain falls from clouds. Exercise E. Change into negative. Don't forget that to change the sentence into negative, we need to use either don't or doesn't plus the infinitive form. So let's start by number 1. They watch TV in the evening. They watch TV in the evening. That's correct. They don't watch TV in the evening. Number 2. Nuran likes fish. Excellent. Nuran doesn't like fish. Exercise F. Find the mistakes and correct them. We are going to answer from number 1 till number 3, but pay attention. You might find more than one mistake in the same sentence. So let's start by number 1. Paul have a car. He don't use it very often. That's correct. Paul has a car. He doesn't use it very often. Number 2. They likes films, but they doesn't go to the cinema very often. They like films, but they don't go to the cinema very often. Number 3. Does you like chocolate? Excellent. Do you like chocolate? And now let's move to the present continuous tense. We use the present continuous tense for unfinished actions now. For example, I'm working at the moment, and we use now and at the moment. Also, we use it for temporary situations. For example, I'm living in London, and we use at the moment for a few weeks or for a couple of months. Finally, we use it for temporary habits. For example, he's eating a lot these days. We use it with at the moment and these days. To form a sentence in the present continuous tense, we start with the subject, verb to be, plus the verb plus ing. For example, I am eating. You are crying. He is going. She is arriving. It is sleeping. We are leaving. They are arguing. In order to form a yes or no question, we start with the verb to be, the subject plus the verb plus ing, and don't forget the question mark. So following the first sentence, we say, am I eating? Are you crying? Is he going? Is she arriving? Is it sleeping? Are you leaving? Are they arguing? We use the same form, but we add a question word if we are going to ask a question, WH question. So we use what, why, where, and when. Of course, we use what if we're asking about something, and why for a reason, where for a place, and when for the time. And here we go. We follow the same pattern by saying, what am I eating? Why are you crying? Where is he going? When is she arriving? Why is it sleeping? When are we leaving? And why are they arguing? For the negative form, we start with the subject, verb to be, plus not, plus the verb plus ing. And here we go. I am not eating. You are not crying. He is not going. She is not arriving. It is not sleeping. We are not leaving. And they are not arguing. And now it's time for some spelling rules for the verbs in ing form. If the verb is ending in y, we simply add ing to the verb. For example, buy, buying, enjoy, enjoying, try, trying. If the verb is ending in e, we eliminate the e and we add ing. For example, drive, driving. We eliminate the e in drive and we add ing. Share, sharing. Write, writing. And the same for share and write. If the verb has the final three letters as consonant, vowel, consonant, we simply double the last consonant. For example, for the verb skip, the last three letters are K, a consonant, I, a vowel, and P, a consonant. So we have to double the letter P and add ing. Skip, skipping. Put, putting. Swim, swimming. And the same applies for put and swim. Now it's time for exercise A. Fill in the gaps with the present continuous. We are going to answer from number 1 till number 3. Number 1. They wash the dishes now. They, excellent, are washing the dishes now. Number 2. I not watch TV now. Pay attention, we have to form a negative sentence in the present continuous tense. I am not watching TV now. Number 3. Jerry read the newspaper. This is a question, so you have to pay attention. Okay, here we go. Is Jerry reading the newspaper? Exercise B. Put the verbs in brackets into the present continuous. Before answering this exercise, you have to read the text carefully and then you can follow the answers along with me. Here we go. Are you ready? 5 family members have lunch at home. Okay, excellent. 5 family members are having lunch at home. 4 of them sit at the dinner table. 4 of them are sitting at the dinner table. They eat soup. They, excellent, are eating soup. The father pour his son a glass of milk. The father is pouring his son a glass of milk. The mother look at her eldest daughter. The mother is looking at her eldest daughter because she talked to her. She is talking to her. Both the parents and the children wear casual clothes. Both the parents and the children are wearing casual clothes. They enjoy their meal. They are enjoying their meal. Exercise C. Make a question. Number 5. Sarah is praying in the living room now. Okay, we're asking about Sarah. So, we are going to use a question word which is who is praying in the living room now? Number 6. I'm wearing brown shoes. We're asking about the brown shoes. So we're going to use the question word what are you wearing? Number 7. We are watching a film. We're asking about the film. So we're going to use what are you watching? She is traveling to London. We're asking about the place, London. So we're going to use where is she traveling? Number 9. He is running because he is late. We're asking about the reason, so we're going to use why is he running? And finally, it's a yes or no question. So the answer is no, I'm not cooking now. So we're going to ask, are you cooking now? Now, thanks for listening, and I was glad to be here with you today. Bye for now and wait for new videos. See you.